Hey gym friends, Miss Danielle here. Welcome to the little gym at home. We're going to be doing a parent-child lesson plan. So bugs, birds, bees, super bees, and of course anybody else who wants to join, feel free to jump on in. So a few things we're going to need for this lesson plan today. You're going to need a scarf or a cloth of some kind to use for our group activity. You're also going to need some type of balance beam. So as you can see, I have a piece of wood behind me. Just happen to have some extra wood laying around from some house projects. But some other examples that you can use are maybe the edge of a carpet, anything that has a straight line. Maybe you have a floor that has a straight line, or you could just stick down some masking tape. We're going to do some balancing activities because this week's theme is balancing babes. So we're going to be focusing on that vestibular system, that inner ear development, the balance control centers of our bodies. So we're going to be working on some rolling, some spinning, and some going up, slide down. Now this week our sign language sign is roll. So take your two fingers and roll them. And last week our sign language sign was fun. So touch two fingers to your nose and bring them down to your two fingers. Fun. We have lots of fun at the little gym, and we do a lot of rolling to work on that vestibular system. All right, so my friends, are you guys ready to sing our hello song? Now, if you don't have bells at home, that's okay. I'm going to use my hands today. So you guys ready to sing? Ready? Oh, everyone, please clap your hands and sing along with me. How do you gym friends? How do you do? How do you gym friends? How do you do? Oh, we come to the gym for fun and we'll get you on the run. How do you gym friends? How do you do? Ba-doo, ba-doo, hooray! All right, friends, so let's get started. Like I said, we're going to be talking about the vestibular system today. So, my friends, I need to know all of your names out there. So, maybe today you guys can tell me your names or have your grown-up tell me your name while you're up, slide down, or in any position that you want, okay? So I will start. My name is Miss Danielle, and I'm going to take my friend here and put them upside down. So you can put them upside down. You can rock them on your legs up to the ceiling, or you can flip them any way you want, into a roll or a log roll or any way you want. So now it's your turn. What's your name? Awesome job, you guys. So you ready to get started? All right, so we're going to need some space for this activity. We're going to do some running and some log rolls and some back whoop-de-doos and going up, slide down. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with a back whoop-de-doo is, we're going to take our child and put them on our legs like this, on our shins, facing upwards. And you're going to take your four fingers in the front and your thumbs are going to be in the back. And you're going to lift your child up to the ceiling and you're going to lay flat on your back. And once you get up to this position, you're going to take your hands and flip them so that your thumbs are in front. And you're going to take them and flip them up over your head so they land on their feet, and you're going to bring them back to your shins and come back up, okay? Now, if that is too difficult for you, you can always rock them back and forth and give them a little bit of a roller coaster ride. Or you can even land them this way and do an airplane ride like this. So the back whoop-de-doos are a great way for your child to get comfortable with going up, slide down, and backwards. So of course, if they're not, please feel free to tailor the activity any way that you'd like. All right, so you guys ready to get started? Let's do it.
Run.
All right, let's get to do some running in our place. Now, if your child is not walking, you can do an assisted walk with them or an assisted run with them. Otherwise, you can also have them run in a circle around themselves.
Keep running.
All right, I'm going to turn it around the other direction.
I wish that I could stay till we're playing at the little gym. It's the little gym way, and you know I cannot wait to be playing.
Nice running, you guys. Great work. Keep running, or walking, or assisted walking or running. you guys.
Hey, beasts. Can you log roll by yourself?
All right, we're gonna try a log roll now. So if you want to lay on the ground like a big long pencil or log, you can put your arms up to the sky and roll and roll. Nice job, you guys. Good job. Beautiful work.
Freeze.
Freeze.
Let's all pretend to fly.
All right, we're gonna pretend to fly. So you can either have your child flap their wings and walk around and fly, or you could fly them on your sides or any way that you want. Nice flying, you guys. Beautiful. I see some awesome birds out there. Good job. Maybe you can have small wings. Or big, beautiful wings. Or you can fly low. Or you can fly high. Good job, you guys.
Freeze.
Freeze.
Front or back. Whoop.
All right, so like I said, you're gonna put your child on your shins with your forefingers on their belly button, your thumbs on their backs. You're gonna lift them up to the sky, and once you get up to the sky, you're gonna flip your hands so that your thumbs are on their bellies and pull them behind your head. And then you can pull them back up and over. Or we can always just do some rocking if you want.
Freeze. Hold your child upside down, either in your
All right,
arms
so you can hold
or
them
lay
any
on the
way you
floor,
want.
then pick them up carefully by their ankles. Gentle swings are fine, and then set them down gently. If your child doesn't like
So
being
this is
upside
a great
down,
way to get them
just
comfortable.
rock them in your arms and experiment with going a little bit upside down as you rock back and forth. Have fun.
Here we
Oh,
go.
it really makes my day. How I wish that I could stay.
This is great for their vestibular system, building that inner ear development. And of course, like I said, getting them comfortable with going upside down and backwards. It might take some children a little longer to get more comfortable with going backwards and upside down. Nice job, you guys.
Freeze. Walk and clap to the music.
All right, we're gonna do some walking and clapping. Now, if your child is not walking yet, you can always have them sit down and clap. It's a great way to work on some rhythm. Beautiful.
Run.
All right, let's go for a run or an assisted walk or run again. I'm gonna run in circles. Or you can run in place. Nice job, you guys.
Thank you for playing at the little gym.
All right, my friends, that was awesome. Great job with the warm-up. I am so impressed with you guys. All right, gym friends, for our next activity, you're going to need a scarf or a cloth of some kind. We're going to work on some body part awareness and do some locomotive skills with our body part awareness. So are you guys ready? I'm going to put the music on. Here we go.
Walk with your scarf on top of a body part.
All right, so you can put this
You do that.
on any top of any body part. So I'm going to put it on top of my head and walk. Now, of course, if your child cannot walk, maybe they can stand with it on top of a body part, or you can do an assisted walk with it on top of a body part. Now, there are plenty of ways to get creative with this. I can put it on top of my hand.
On top. On top.
I can put it on top of my shoulder.
On top. On top.
Put it on top of my elbow. All right, let's see what we're going to do next.
Freeze. Now, can you run while holding your scarf between two different body parts.
All right, we're
How many
gonna
different
run.
ways can you do that?
I'm gonna put them between my hands and go for a run. I'm gonna run in place this time. Another way, you can put it under your chin. Or, whoops, you can put it under your arm. That's a good run. Or back between your hands. Or you can squeeze it between your elbows. Or your forearms. Nice job, you guys. You guys are so creative.
Parents, help your child put their scarf on the floor so that it's in the shape of a square.
All right, so we're gonna put it on the floor
How many
now.
different ways can you step or jump over?
Now, if you
your
can put it in a
square
square, we're gonna try to step or jump over different parts of the square. So you can go side to side. I'll do a jump side, side. Or you can step forward and back.
Now form your scarf in the shape of a rectangle.
All right, now if you can, put it in
Can
a
you step or jump over
rectangle.
the short sides and the long sides?
All right, so I'm gonna jump over the long side. And I'm gonna step over the short side.
Now form the scarf in the shape of a triangle.
All right, if you can put it
How
in
many
a
different ways
triangle.
can you step or jump over the triangle?
That's the best triangle I'm gonna get here. I'm gonna go over the top point and the sides.
Freeze and watch your teacher. Your teacher is going to stuff their scarf inside their pocket or their
That's so
sleeve.
silly.
Can you stuff your scarf inside your pocket or
Inside my
sleeve
pocket.
and gallop?
All right, we're gonna go for a gallop so you guys can step together. Or you can assist them in stepping sideways, traveling sideways. Or for those beasts and super beasts who are ready to gallop, we can add a little jump. And step, gallop. Beautiful. And step together, working on traveling sideways. Gallop. And gallop. And gallop. Beautiful gallops, my friends. Great work.
Freeze! Throw your scarf in the air, and when it floats down, you can catch it or make it land on a body part.
All right,
How
here
many
we
different
go.
ways can you do that?
I'm gonna catch it the first few times. Throw and catch. Maybe I'll try to make it catch on my knee. Whoop. And catch on my foot. And maybe I'll let it fall on my head. Whoop. Nice job, you guys being creative. I'll catch it with one hand this time. Whoop. And nice coordination. Working on that hand-eye coordination.
Thank you.
Awesome job, you
Now
guys.
please sing with me. It's time to put the scars
Away, the scars away, the scars away. It's time to put the scars away at the little gym. Great job, you guys. All right, parents, it's time for our balance beam activities. So we have 3 different activities today on the balance beam, which are going to help develop the full body and vestibular system for your child. We're going to review some locomotive skills that we do in the gym on the balance beam. And then we're going to do a wheelbarrow on the balance beam, which I will show you in just a couple minutes. And we're also going to do a wheelbarrow into a forward roll to really stimulate that vestibular system in that forward roll. All right, so like I said before, you're going to either need to put down some masking tape, develop some kind of visual image for your child to understand a straight line so that they can focus on being like they're on the balance beam in the gym. I have a piece of wood here, but you can also use the edge of a carpet. And like I said, some masking tape, some painter's tape, anything that you could put down on the floor just so they have the visual idea of walking across the balance beam. All right, so parents, we are going to need you guys for this activity for sure. So our first activity is going to be walking on the balance beam. So you could spot your child in the hips any way that you possibly can with your balance beam and have them walk forward on the balance beam. Or maybe turn them to go sideways. Stepping together, traveling sideways. You might need to help by manipulating their foot to take that step traveling sideways. Or the tricky one to go backwards, having them understand and go backwards on the balance beam and really feeling where that beam is or that piece of tape or whatever you're using. It's great practice for them. So let's take a few minutes now to do some of those exercises. Now this time I'm going to show you with my own body those exercises. I'll put my little elephant friend to the side here. All right, so like I said, parents, if your child does need a spot, they're going to be supported at the hips so they get really comfortable with going across the balance beam, doing these basic locomotor skills that we practice often in the gym. All right, so focus on walking across the balance beam. Forward. Good job, everybody. All right, and freeze. Once you get to the other side, we can travel sideways. Stepping together. Like I said, you might need to kind of push their foot just a little bit so they understand the concept of stepping sideways. Supporting them at the hips. All right, awesome. Now the tricky one, going backwards. Walking backwards. Now sometimes this might be a little bit of a shuffle for them since they're still understanding how to step backwards, but that's okay. It's a great way to practice traveling backwards. Awesome job, you guys. All right, so our next activity on the balance beam, I'm going to grab my friend one more time. It is a great exercise to work on that upper arm strength and core strength, and it's a little different than what we normally do on the balance beam. We're going to do a wheelbarrow position. So, parents, make sure that you're spotting them and supporting them at the hips instead of at the ankles so that they can really work on that upper arm strength and core strength. And you're going to pick their hips up so that their feet aren't touching and they're in that wheelbarrow position. Now, even if they just balance there, it's great for their core muscles. But if you want to challenge those beasts and super beasts in particular, see if maybe they can take a couple steps, a couple walks with their front hands. It's a great way for them to work on that focus and staying in a straight line as well. All the way across the balance beam in that wheelbarrow position. Make sure their hands are nice and flat. Awesome. Nice job, you guys. Beautiful. Great work with those wheelbarrows. Now for those strong children in those wheelbarrows, we can do a wheelbarrow into a forward roll this time. The forward roll is a great way for them to work on that vestibular system, especially on the balance beam. Now what you might need to do for this is give them a little bit of a head tuck. Otherwise, some of those beasts and super beasts and birdies that are already trained in those forward rolls, if you lift their hips up, if you start lifting their hips up high to the sky, they might tuck their head on their own into a roll because they're so used to doing that in the gym class, of course. So we're going to put our hands back on the balance beam. We're going to lift our child's hips up to the sky. They can walk across the balance beam. Now slowly start lifting their hips up. And you might have to gently tuck their head so that they can look at their belly and roll. And like I said, it's great for their vestibular system. It's also a fun way to work on those forward rolls too, and work on the positioning and understanding that the head tuck is the first thing to happen in our forward roll. So let's try it one more time. Here we go. We're walking. Our hips are lifted by our grown-ups. And And they're gonna lift them higher and higher. We're almost in a handstand. We're gonna look at our bellies and do a big forward roll. Ta-da! Great job, you guys, with the balance beam activities. All right, friends, our next activity is going to be a ball activity. Now, of course, you can do any activities you want with the ball, some throwing, some catching, some rolling to work on that hand-eye coordination. But this activity in particular is going to be great for the vestibular system and that inner ear development and balance. So if you want to take a ball, I here have an exercise ball, which would also work great for this activity. But any ball, a slow-mo ball, a small ball, as long as it's kind of rubbery for your child to sit on, lay on, anything will work. So you're going to take your child and lay them on their belly, on the ball, and you can gently, while spotting them at the hips, roll them back and forth to work on that balance. Maybe you can even go side to side. This is one of my favorite activities to do in class with the balls. All right, now once they're done with that, you can even take them and flip them onto their backs, holding onto their hips again, or wherever is comfortable to spot them correctly and safely. And you can go side to side. Again, this is great to work on that, stimulating that vestibular system. Alrighty, and brace. Good. Now you can have them sit on the ball. And again, rock them back and forth. This is such a fun activity to do. And side to side. So much fun. Good. Now lastly, spotting is very important for this one. And of course, feel free to skip this one if you want. You can have your child stand on the ball if it's safe. And this is a great one to work on that balance and vestibular system. Front and back, side to side. And like I said, any ball activities, working on that hand-eye coordination or any of the rocking that we just did, it's just a fun way to incorporate the balls at home, just like we do in every class. I know the children always look forward to seeing the balls come out. So we want to let them know that we are still thinking about them and we have some activities for them to do at home with the balls. Alrighty, friends. Now, what usually comes after the balls? The bubbles, of course. We're going to go over to Miss Stephanie's house now and do some bubbles with her and one of her kids, Chadman.
Hi guys, thanks Miss Danielle. Are you guys ready to pop some bubbles? We have an associate here, Chadman. Come on over. We're going to blow some bubbles. And you can use your elbow, you can use your nose, you can even use your toes to pop all of the bubbles. You can use your face, your head, your ear. You can use anything that you'd like to try to pop those bubbles. It helps follow your eye to the bubbles. It helps to get coordination. Can you use your elbow to pop the bubbles? Can you use your nose to pop the bubbles? Can you use your toes to pop the bubbles? Good job, Chadman. Let's try one more time. Can you use your head to pop the bubbles? Good job. It was so much fun blowing bubbles with you guys. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Miss Stephanie. All right, friends. Here's something that you and your child can practice at home until we get to play again together. Maybe you could do some of those vestibular activities that we did in the beginning of class, like some log rolls, for example, and some back whoop-de-doos. Also, another way that they can practice that, working on that vestibular system, is keep that balance beam handy to practice some of our full body activities that we did before that you guys did an awesome job at. All right, and also tomorrow, Miss Melanie is going to be doing a story time on our Facebook and Instagram, so we would love to have you guys back and join us for story time. Now, before we go, I have a song for us to sing all together to work on those fine motor skills. And if your child is not moving their hands much yet, in order to do our fine motor skills, we can work on those eye tracking movements as we sing the Itsy Bitsy Spider. All right, parents, so take those hands. Are you ready? The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Hooray! Great job, you guys. Alrighty, are you ready to sing our goodbye song now? Let's warm up our hands and sing. Ready? Oh, everyone, please clap your hands and sing along with me. Bye bye, gym friends. We'll see you soon. We'll see you soon. We'll see you soon. Bye bye, gym friends. We'll see you soon. Bye bye, gym friends. Oh, bye bye, gym friends. Bye bye, gym friends. Bye bye, gym friends. Shh. Gym friends. And it's time to